Hi, this is James from the Hornbill Technical Support team, and this is a short tutorial to show you how to associate components to a service and how to use them across self-service when you're logging calls. So at the moment I'm using Supportworks version 750 Service Pack 3, and this is ITSM 3.4.14, but this will apply to most versions of ITSM. So what the first thing I'm going to do is go into our service that we've already created, which is test service, and a couple of boxes we'll need to tick within this screen is a packaged offering. What this will do is this will enable another tab called service options, which is where you can associate your components. So these kind of components you can use, for example, for new starters if they need particular software or hardware, so you can set pricing against them so they can see exactly what they're requesting, how much it's going to cost before they actually request the actual call. So I'm going to add one of each, so I'm just going to go add configuration type. So you can add a new one in here, or you can use some of the, I think this has got the demo data, so it'll have some information in here in terms of, you know, Adobe Photoshop, that kind of side of things. I'm going to show you the new form. So you can just select hardware and create a configuration type as you wish. Once that's created and you go into here, once you select one, so I'm just going to select Dimension Workstation in here. I'm also going to subscribe a optional component as Office. So once you go into the actual component details, you can see the actual pricing method against them. So you can tell them how much it costs, if it's per request or per subscription, whether you want to include it in the basic cost. So here is obviously the standard components, and this is the optional, so this will be basically a tick box available on the self-service, but we'll see that in a second. So the next thing we need to do is allow the actual customer to be able to see the prices of them. In fact, what I'm going to do first is just show you what it looks like without the prices. If I log in, go into services, raise a request. Basically, so this is our standard and optional components, so just as the call is being logged, so remember this will be actually after your self-service wizard has run. So before the actual call is logged, where it shows you the service level, this will be the optional components which you can tick, but there's no prices against them here. So one very handy option here is to be able to view the prices. So there's a couple of tick boxes we need to tick for this. The first one within the subscriber here, so I'm just going to double click on our subscription. Here there's the drop down box says can view prices, so I'm just going to set that to yes and save changes. Yes, thank you. And within the self-service details, I'm just also going to tick all these boxes down here. So as I save that, and I'm just going to log out and back in. Okay, my services, raise request. So you can see now the service costs on the right hand side. So that can be very, very effective. And also when you include these optional components, it will adjust the actual cost. So as these calls are being logged, what you will see from the actual client point of view is that these components have been added to the call and associated to it. So that means when your call's been logged, and let's say it needs a certain amount of software here, you'll have that software in the list of what's been required and what's been purchased. So that's all in regards to the components. The next area we'll look at is the preferred SLAs and actually the full logging of the calls.